A bottom-tier offense, a top-tier pitcher, and a split that screams value. Let's kick off tonight's MLB strikeout predictor with a matchup you don't want to overlook. Hey everyone, welcome back to Split Labs, where we break down the numbers behind your favorite prop bets so you don't have to guess where the edge is. If you're new here, hit subscribe, drop a like, and let's make smarter bets together all season long. Let's dive right in. First up, St. Louis Cardinals facing the Chicago White Sox. On the mound for the Cards is Sonny Gray, whose strikeout line is posted at 5.5 Ks, with odds sitting at over -145, under +110. Gray's averages are solid, about 5.7 innings per start, allowing 2.4 earned runs, with 6.1 hits, 6.1 strikeouts, and just over 1 walk per game. So his baseline aligns nicely with that 5.5 line, right in his sweet spot. Now here's where it gets interesting. The White Sox are basically the worst offense in the league. They rank dead last in hits, batting average, and on-base percentage. That's a triple red flag for scoring potential. Even more important, their strikeout ranking is 23rd, meaning they do whiff a bit, but not top 10 in Ks either. It's a mid-tier K matchup, but a terrible offensive unit otherwise. Let's talk about the Cardinals' bullpen real quick. The Cards' offense supports Gray with a solid matchup grade, B, while the Sox come in with a dismal F. So it's likely he goes deeper into the game with run support behind him. All signs point to a classic lean-over on Gray's Ks. Weak hitting team bottom barrel batting average and OBP. A steady starter who averages close to the line. Scoring means he should get a full pitch count. With all that being said, be cautious here. Remember, this is a lean over 5.5 Ks for Sonny Gray tonight? And at -145, don't force the juice if you don't have to. Leans mean even our model has some doubts. So if you're playing this, go light and manage your units responsibly. All right, let's flip it and look at the home side. Sean Burke for the White Sox. His strikeout line is way lower, 3.5 Ks, with juice on the over at -150, under at +115. Burke averages just 4.9 innings per start, with about 2.7 earned runs, 4.9 hits allowed, and only 3.6 Ks per outing, so right near that posted line. What's not great, he issues 2.5 walks per game on average, so command is definitely shakier than Gray's. Unlike the White Sox offense, the Cardinals have a pretty healthy hitting profile, 6th in total hits. Top 5 batting average, top 10 in on-base and runs. They don't strike out a ton either, ranking 8th in fewest Ks, so they're tough to sit down. So what does this mean? Burke basically needs to go a full 5 innings and strike out almost 1 batter per inning to clear 3.5. Against a lineup that doesn't swing and miss much. With walks being an issue, there's always a risk of an early hook if he gets into trouble. For him, we're going under 3.5 Ks for Burke. You're paying -150 to back the over, which is pricey for a pitcher with control problems facing a contact-heavy lineup. So to recap for Game 1, Sonny Gray, lean over 5.5 Ks. Sean Burke, under 3.5 Ks. That's how the numbers shake out. Remember, line shopping is key, and know your limits on the juice. Real quick, if you're into breakdowns like this, you'll love what we've got going on at splitlabs.net. We track public betting splits across every sport. NBA, MLB, NFL, you name it. Plus matchup insights, team rankings, and even prop predictors to help you spot edges before the lines move. This isn't just picks. It's the same data the books are using to set prices, and we make it easy to read and actually use. You can try it free for 7 days, and if you like it, use code YouTube for 50% off your first month. No BS, no sportsbook affiliation, just clean, transparent data for smarter betting. All right, back to the breakdown. Next up, a juicy one, Boston Red Sox versus Seattle Mariners, and then we've got two pitchers with strikeout lines worth a closer look. First, Garrett Crochet. His strikeout line is posted at 7.5 Ks with over at -150, under at +115. He's been a strikeout machine, averages 6.4 innings per outing, 7.8 Ks per start. That's already over the posted line. His whip looks solid too, just under 2 walks per game. Seattle's offense is pretty mid, 18th in hits, 20th in batting average. But the big green flag, 26th in strikeouts. They're one of the higher K teams in baseball. So they swing and miss, and Crochet thrives on Ks. Perfect storm. If he goes deep, in which he usually does, the Ks should come naturally against this lineup. The only thing to watch is the juice. -150 is steep for a K prop, so look for alt lines if you want better odds. We're riding over 7.5 Ks for Garrett Crochet tonight. On the flip side, Luis Castillo. His line is 6.5 Ks with over at +110, under at -145. Averages 5.6 innings, about 4.8 strikeouts per start. So he's pitching under the posted line in general. Boston doesn't help him much, second in hits, top 10 in batting average and OBP, 28th in strikeouts, so they're tough to fan. So you've got a contact-heavy offense versus a pitcher who's not getting deep Ks consistently. Not ideal for an over. Castillo might need to go deep into the 6th to threaten that line. But with Boston's offense, he might get hit before that happens. The predictor is going with under 6.5 Ks for Luis Castillo tonight. Minor call-out on this one, though. And it's not too often that we deviate from what our data tells us. A 6.5 line on a guy averaging 4.8 Ks is sketchy. Do what you want with that information. As always, we're not here to sell you picks, and we purely stick to data and zero bias. So with that being said, under it is. So to recap, Game 2. Garrett Crochet, over 7.5 Ks. Luis Castillo, under 6.5 Ks. Another classic clash of a strikeout arm versus a contact offense. We're trusting the data here. All right, last breakdown of the day, Pittsburgh Pirates at Detroit Tigers. We've got two very different stories here. One pitcher sitting on a coin flip line, the other with an elite K ceiling. Let's break it down. First up, Andrew Heaney for Pittsburgh. His line tonight is 4.5 Ks with the over at -110, under at -120. So the books see this as a toss-up. Heaney's stats? Averages 5.6 innings, just 4.2 Ks per outing. So he's literally under the line on paper. Walks about 1.7 per game, so control isn't awful. The Tigers' offense is sneakily decent. 7th in hits, 11th in batting average, and 6th in runs. Their strikeout rank is 27th, so they do strike out a bit more than average. So it's a balanced matchup. Heaney's K rate is under, but the Tigers swing and miss enough to make this line reachable. This is your classic toss-up. Heaney needs to be efficient and get through at least 5+ innings without blowups. If he does, he can get 5 punch-outs. If he labors early, he's cooked. We're staying away here. This is truly a coin flip, so don't force it. Now for the big arm, Tarik Skubal. His line is high, 8.5 Ks, over at -115, under at -150. Skubal is dealing this season, averaging 6.4 innings with nearly 7.9 Ks per start, just under the posted line. He barely walks anyone, just 0.6 BB per game, so he's efficient and works deep. The Pirates' offense is awful, bottom 5 in everything. Hits, runs, OBP, slugging, you name it. They rank 25th in strikeouts, so they do fan plenty. If Skubal stays true to form, he's getting length and a bad lineup is in front of him. He'll get chances to rack up 9+ Ks. The only thing to watch is that the line is tight versus his average, so he needs a ceiling game, not just a standard outing. We're going over 8.5 Ks for Skubal tonight. So for this final matchup, Andrew Heaney, passing coin flip spot, Tarik Skubal, lean 8.5 Ks, expecting him to dominate this soft lineup. And that's it for tonight's props breakdown. If you found this breakdown useful, smash that like, hit subscribe and drop a comment. Which prop are you tailing tonight? And if you want prop bets for every game on the board today, don't forget to visit splitlabs.net and use promo code YouTube for 50% off your first month. We'll be back tomorrow with fresh matchups and new edges. Until then, bet smart, trust the data, and I'll catch you in the next video.